Each era has its own story of wealth and power, but you'll be surprised by who were the richest people in each century, and why did they have so much wealth. The 21st century isn't over, but to start, let's list down the richest people in 2024. Bernard Arnault, the owner of the luxury brand Louis Vuitton. Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla Motors, and Jeff Bezos of the e-commerce giant Amazon. All three of them have almost $200 billion net worth. For the past 3 centuries, the throne of the richest man belonged to American business moguls. These were the people who dared to revolutionize the world. 20th century. This century saw a mix of rich people, from both the Industrial Revolution to the Internet era. At various points, individuals like Andrew Carnegie of Carnegie Steel Corporation, Henry Ford of Ford Motors, and Bill Gates of Microsoft held the title of the richest person. But Andrew Carnegie stood at the top with his steel empire that shaped the Industrial Revolution. At its peak, it's estimated that he was worth $310 billion. 19th century. This century had a clear-cut winner. John D. Rockefeller, the American industrialist who founded Standard Oil, became one of the richest individuals in modern history. Due to his dominance in the oil industry, his net worth is estimated to be a whopping $340 billion. Rockefeller's influence extended far beyond his lifetime, shaping the course of American business and economy to this day. 18th century. John Jacob Astor, a German-born American fur trader and real estate investor, became one of the wealthiest individuals in the United States during this time. His wealth was at that time 1% of America's GDP, which is equivalent to Jeff Bezos's wealth in the modern era. Astor's business acumen and ventures in fur trade expanded his wealth exponentially, establishing him as one of the most influential figures of his time. For the next 3 centuries, the throne belonged to the big families of Europe. Most of their wealth came from their conquests of the Americas and trade. 17th century. The Swedish-Dutch merchant and investor Louis de Geer is often cited as one of the richest individuals of this period. Due to his success in various business ventures, he played a significant role in the rise of Sweden as a European power. De Geer's success stemmed from ventures in iron production, banking, and international trade. His wealth allowed him to wield considerable influence in political and economic circles of the time. 16th century. Spanish conquerors like Hernán Cortés amassed immense fortunes. Through the plunder of the New World, they crossed the sea in search of gold, silver, and other treasures. Cortés conquered the Aztec Empire in present-day Mexico. These conquests transformed global trade and brought new foods, animals, and cultures to Europe. In the 15th century, the Medici family in Italy thrived as influential bankers and traders. Amassing considerable wealth, these ventures marked the beginning of global exploration and trade, shaping the course of history and setting the stage for the age of exploration in the following centuries. European explorers such as Christopher Columbus embarked on voyages to discover new lands and trade routes. As we move forward, most of the richest people belong to the Arabian countries, while some of the centuries were dominated by Asian rulers. You'll see a few familiar names as well. Soon after this, the throne will return to Europe. In the 14th century, Emperor Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire in West Africa reigned over vast territories abundant in gold and salt. His control over these lucrative trades earned him a reputation as one of the wealthiest individuals in history. Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 further solidified his wealth and influence as he lavishly distributed gold along the way. leaving a lasting impression on the regions he visited. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan, the visionary leader who founded the Mongol Empire, expanded his dominion across vast territories through unparalleled conquests. His military campaigns not only established one of the largest empires in history, but also brought immense wealth through the plunder of conquered lands and control over lucrative trade routes. Genghis Khan's legacy as a conqueror and empire builder remains unparalleled, shaping the course of history in Asia and beyond. In the 12th century, King Richard the Lionheart of England, renowned for his valor in the Crusades, stood as one of the wealthiest individuals of his era. His reign marked by military prowess and chivalry brought significant wealth through conquests and tributes Richard's participation in. The Crusades not only shaped his legacy but also influenced the dynamics of power and wealth in medieval Europe. In the 11th century, King William the Conqueror, renowned for his invasion of England in 1066, accumulated substantial wealth and authority. Through his conquest of England, William gained control over vast lands and resources, bolstering his riches and influence. His reign marked a significant turning point in English history, reshaping the socio-political landscape and establishing the Normans as a dominant force in medieval Europe. These were the richest people in the last 10 centuries. As you can see, from era to era, wealth shifted to different professions and regions, signifying the dynamic nature of economic power and the diverse avenues through which fortunes were amassed.